I say Corgi, what pops into your head? It's probably this, right? That adorable, short-legged, long-bodied dog with a massive smile. They are, without a doubt, one of the most recognizable dogs on the entire planet. But what if I told you the story you think you know is just scratching the surface?
You've seen them everywhere, all over the internet. And of course, you know they're a favorite of the royals. But behind that famous grin and that fluffy backside is a history that's way more complex and frankly more ancient than most people ever realize.
See, the story of the Corgi isn't really about one dog at all. It's actually a tale of two totally separate histories, of ancient migrations and one heck of a royal endorsement that changed the game forever.
So let's just jump right into the biggest surprise of all. The name Corgi doesn't refer to one single breed of dog. Nope. It actually covers two completely separate, distinct breeds.
On one hand, you've got the Cardigan Welsh Corgi. This is the older of the two, and their ancestors came to Wales with Celtic tribes ages ago. Then, on the other hand, you have the Pembroke Welsh Corgi. They showed up much later, brought over by either Vikings or maybe Flemish weavers. So while they might look pretty similar, their origins could not be more different.
What's wild is that for centuries, these two were often just lumped together, even interbred, and basically thought of as one type of dog. It wasn't until 1934, which is surprisingly recent when you think about it, that kennel clubs officially said, okay, hold on, and recognize them as two separate breeds.
But of course you can see why people get them mixed up. I mean, they both have that classic Corgi look. They are the quintessential Welsh herding dog, small, low to the ground, with that unmistakable fox-like face and those big, alert ears. It's this shared body plan that causes all the confusion.
So how did their family trees end up so different? All right, let's dive into their two very distinct origin stories. And when we talk about time difference, we're talking about a massive one. The Cardigan's ancestors were already in Wales around 1200 BCE. That's over 3,000 years ago. The Pembroke's ancestors? Well, they didn't even show up for another 2,000 years. It just puts into perspective how much older the Cardigan lineage really is.
And it's not just when they arrived. Their actual family trees are completely different. The Cardigan Corgi comes from the same ancient group of dogs as the Dachshund. You can even kind of see the family resemblance in their long bodies. But the Pembroke? It comes from the Spitz family, which makes it related to dogs like Pomeranians and Samoyeds. So they aren't just distant cousins. They're from totally different branches of the dog world.
So that begs the question, right? If there are two different breeds, why is the Pembroke so much more famous? Well, that pretty much comes down to one very important fan and the incredible power of a royal endorsement.
Throughout her long reign, Queen Elizabeth II owned more than 30 Pembroke Welsh Corgis. Her absolute lifelong devotion to this specific breed basically launched them onto the world stage like no other dog before.
Because of the Queen, the Pembroke Corgi became way more than just a pet. It became a global icon. This royal spotlight really cemented the Corgi in our minds as a symbol of charm, of unwavering loyalty, and, a certain kind of British tradition.
But let's back up for a second. Before they were royal icons, Corgis were serious, hard-working professionals. We can't forget what these dogs were originally bred for, because their modern fame is really built on some ancient skills.
So get this, their job was to herd cattle. Yeah, this little dog herding massive cows, and their method was just genius. They'd drive the herd forward by nipping at their heels, but their secret weapon was their height. Being so low to the ground meant they could easily duck right under any powerful kicks from annoyed cattle. They were perfectly engineered for the job.
And what's so cool is that those exact same working instincts are what shape their personalities today. That intelligence and work ethic, it makes them super trainable. That loyalty they had to the herd, it makes them incredible, affectionate companions. All the traits that made them great herders also make them absolutely beloved family pets. So when you put it all together, you have a dog with the brain of an ancient, hardworking herder and the heart of a loyal companion, all wrapped up in this iconic royal-approved package.